Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Commander Rose channel. So Mikey Sainristil. Mikey freaking Sainristil. Everyone's favorite Haitian American. Simple, I mean, Mikey Sainristil pretty much backpedaled into the hearts of every native DMVer last year. We fell in love with this kid, dude. He is, he won us over. With his character, his play, his toughness, his grittiness, his IQ, who he is, Mikey Sainristil, ladies and gentlemen, is him. Hey man, there was a point in watching him play last year, I was just like, oh no, we got ourselves one. We got ourselves a freaking stud. And you know, like, I just like, and he did this all while being 5'9". He's all but 5'9", dude. You're talking about a short king? Short king. He's the king of all short kings, dude. I'm 5'8". I look up to him. Mikey Sainristil is my version of Alexander the Great. He's fucking royalty in my community. He's my Troy. Mikey Sainristil is my Brad Pitt. He's my Brad Pitt, dude.
I think my main goal this year was just to be able to come in and have an impact on this team, wherever that was, whether it was the nickel, whether it was the corner, special teams, whatever the case may have been. Just being able to come in and find a way to help this team have success was my biggest focus.
But speaking of that, though, we did not sign a CB2 in free agency. We didn't, you know, and I felt like most of us, you know, I felt like we all kind of expected to sign a CB2. That way we can shift Mikey Sainristil to the slot and then put the CB2 outside, you know. That didn't happen. And again, I'm fine with that. I'm not mad because I have the utmost trust in Adam Peters. And, you know, the thing about the free agency class, I made videos about it, just making, you know, praising Adam Peters for what he did. Because honestly, the way I see it, Adam Peters went Black Friday shopping, dude. People say bargain deals. I say value signings. He went Black Friday shopping. He went into Best Buy and left with the PS5 for $200. Everybody else, the Jaguars, the freaking Vikings, bought the PS5 for $600. Adam Peters is good with words. He spoke to me like, motherfucker, this is on sale. You know, we got ourselves guys like Jonathan Jones, Dietrich Wise, you know, and maybe Eddie Goldman, Javon Kinlaw. We got ourselves some dudes, all right? And yesterday I made a video about Jonathan Jones and how I think he's going to be the best impact signing for us this year. Signing, not trading. But anyways, I'm going off topic. Mikey Sainristil. Mikey Sainristil, that got me thinking, is Mikey Sainristil, he's going to be one of the most important defenders for us this upcoming season, in my opinion. Before I continue, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. So Mikey Sainristil, I mean, this video is more of a question for Commanders, all 12 Commanders fans that follow me. And then also, I want to go in depth about Mikey Sainristil, about his play last year and his future with us and how good he can be. So my two questions are this. If you guys please respond this in the comment section below. Question number one, how good will Mikey Sainristil be? I'm going to answer that in a couple minutes for my own take, my shit take. Question number two, how comfortable are y'all with Mikey Sainristil being out in the boundary? That's the main reason why I made this video. Because I feel like I want to get a pulse. I have no pulse with I have no pulse with the Commanders fan base yet, I think. But, you know, I just want to see what's going out there. I want to see what people are thinking about. I personally am comfortable with him on being on the outside, but you know what? Before we do that, let's see just how good our Haitian American did last year. Mikey Sainristil. In case y'all don't remember, he started off slow. He started off a bit slow, dude. Week one, he kind of got torched. Week two, a little bit too. Like, you know, coming out of the draft. Before I continue, Nick Saban said that Mikey Sainristil is the best pound-for-pound football player in this draft. Nick Saban said that. That's one of the football gods. So if you get a praise from Nick Saban, dude, you're doing something good in life. Speaking on to like how he started off a bit slow, because he did. He started off a bit slow. Let's be honest. He started off in the slot, revolving door, all that stuff happened, but Mike Sainristil ended up playing on the outside. And since that happened, around like it was kind of like around week 7, I found a beautiful stat for y'all. Since week 7, Mikey Sainristil, our boy, he ranked 10th in percentage of receptions against with 55.4. By the way, these numbers, 10th in the entire league, not based on his rookie class. The rookie class was actually pretty good in quarterbacks. But anyways, he ranked 10th in percentage of receptions against him with 55.4. He also ranked 10th in forced incompletions with 10 incompletions there. 13th in pass defense with 5 of them. You know, he also had 2 interceptions that led the league, that led the Commanders, sorry. And then on top of that, like, this is a guy who, you know, in college, he was shifted around. You know, in case y'all don't know, he actually was wide receiver in college. So he's a bit raw to a certain degree. He's 24. He's going to turn 25 this year now. But he had a really good, in my opinion, rookie season. Like, this is a guy where, you know, like I said, like, we saw him in the playoffs, 2 interceptions against the Lions. Beautiful. This is he's not scared of the most important moments. He steps in when need be. He's not scared of the spotlight, the shining. Like, this is a guy who steps up when you need him the most. And that, to me, is one of the most defining traits from a player that's good to a player that can be great. Great players step up when they need to. But let's continue on. I also saw him. I wrote this down too. This man held his own against Devontae Smith, dude. Devontae Smith. You know, I even saw him a bit against AJ Brown. Or AJ Brown. Like, I'm not saying he stopped him, but he kind of like, you know, he wasn't scared. He's not scared, dude. Mikey Sainristil is not scared of anybody. Okay, and you know, when he's stepping up against freaking AJ Brown, when we all have freaking traumatic experiences with Emmanuel Forbes and AJ Brown, and Mikey Sainristil's like half the size of Emmanuel Forbes. Emmanuel Forbes, I don't want to talk shit about Emmanuel Forbes. I wish him nothing but the best of luck. It just got me thinking, because ideally we drafted Sainristil to be our slot going forward. Went on with the stature and everything like that, but like now it just got me thinking with our current situation. I was just like, the way he played last year, you know, the way we're playing out our cards right now, damn, CB2 looks like it's going to be for Mikey Sainristil. Like, dude, this is all I can think about. Like, you know, like today. Today I had a freaking meeting, and this woman is over here shouting at me. I don't know why the fuck she was shouting at me. I don't care, you know. But like literally while she's shouting, I'm literally just sitting there just thinking about whether the cover 0 blitz is best suited for Mikey Sainristil's abilities. Is it? You know, I have problems, dude. This is taking over my life. Anyways, a guy that I compare Mikey Sainristil to is Antoine Winfield. Not the junior, the senior. To all the Gen Z Commanders fans, Antoine Winfield Sr. was a badass mofo. I am 31 years old. This is showing my age. I don't care. Y'all gonna see my age for this one. So to give everyone, that's my comparison, right? And to give everyone like a background of Antoine Winfield Sr., man was a 3-time Pro Bowl cornerback. Man was a second-team All-Pro once. This is one of the best Vikings of all time. I loved watching this dude play. And I don't want to say it's a lazy comp because I feel like every like small statured corner is compared to Antoine Winfield, but I feel like there's some justice to this one. I feel like there's something there. To go off base of these both players, I mean, both are 5'9". You know, Winfield ran a 4.4 140 time. Sainristil ran a 4.47. You know, both are around like 185 pounds. You know, Winfield had a 37-inch vertical. Mikey Sainristil had a 40-inch vertical. Winfield's 20-yard dash time was they're about the same, 3.95 to 4.01, dude. Physically and athletically, they're kind of the same. I'd say Winfield's a tiny bit faster, but, you know, like their play-wise, like they're both dudes who blow up screens. They have great instincts, they both excel in zone coverage, dude. Zone coverage is great. I feel like Winfield, I will admit, was a bit of a harder hitter, but this is year 1 into Sainristil's career. Both were very versatile. They both can play the inside and the out. And, you know, like, They're both guys who are going to help in the run game. They're not scared of the run game. Mikey, moving forward, will have a career like Winfield, where he will be shifted from the inside to the outside to the inside, depending on personnel, depending on scheme. And I think he's going to excel at both. That's what, like, the first player I can think of for Mike Sainristil is Antoine Winfield Sr. And if Mike Sainristil turns out to be Antoine Winfield Sr., ladies and gentlemen, we hit the jackpot in the second round. Antoine Winfield Sr. is one of the best corners of his generation. So, like, I think he can be that. I think he can be that, dude. I really do. To answer the question earlier, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable I am with, our boy Mikey Sainristil being on the outside, I'm kind of like an 8. 8's not bad, 8, I obviously the 5'9" thing is the one that scares you the most. But I feel like we're gonna draft a corner. If we do, I don't think the corner is gonna start week 1 because, rookie corners tend to be they have to develop a little bit longer than other positional groups. Like I said earlier, I think this is just my opinion. This is my opinion, dude. It's going to be Lattimore, number 1. Sainristil on the outside with MCB2. Jonathan Jones is a nickel. If they do draft a corner, he's going to be outside. He's going to be probably in the bench, but I'm assuming he's going to be a bigger corner because we lack size on the outside. And, if Jonathan Jones goes against my prediction and he struggles, they're probably going to shift Sainristil to the inside and put the corner on the outside. Yeah, man, I'm really high on Mikey Sainristil. I feel like a lot. Frozone, beautiful. Whoever came up with that, beautiful. I love it. Frozone, I think he got that in Michigan. Number 0, beautiful. Dude, like, where are the Mikey Sainristil jerseys? I feel like it's a cool-ass last name, cool-ass number 0. Dude, I'm going to cop me a Mike Sainristil jersey. How about that? I'm going to do it right now. Live on air. Cop me a Mike Sainristil jersey, dude. I don't care. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. How comfortable are y'all with Mike Sainristil on the outside? I know we're all high on him. But how comfortable are y'all with him being on the outside for years to come? I think we're fine. There. But, we do need depth. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Frozone. Hey, I think he's going to make a name for himself next year. Peace, y'all.